everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's Christine. I'm going to do my weekly wrap-up really quickly. And here's a cat. Because I have to go and mail some packages and pick up my daughter and bring her to work. This is Razzle. And she's in love mode right now, so. So the first book I finished, I had to quickly finish it and bring it back to the library because it was on hold from somebody else. And it was After by Anna Todd. And I only gave it a 3. Well, I gave it a 3. I liked it, but it was problematic. The characters just do not know how to communicate at all. It's about a girl going to college, and she meets her roommate is got tattoos and Molly had pink hair, red hair, and she thinks that right from the get-go, everybody who has tattoos is a punk, and everybody who has dyed hair or wears any sort of clothing that shows skin is a slut. So, I mean, she quickly changes her tune after she gets to know these people. But you can see later on down the road where she gets it from. Her mother is a piece of work. No matter what happens, her mother just is constantly belittling these people. And I kind of took offense to that because, I mean, I would be considered a punk and a slut because skin. Yeah, so, and tattoos. So, yeah. The other problem is they didn't know how to talk to each other. Every time something that they got offended by, they'd all the time, every single time, burst into accusatory, angry mode. And it really grated on my nerves. And it could have been about 200 pages shorter because her and Hardin would bicker, make up, bicker, make up, bicker, and it's the whole book. And then, you know, there's this underlying thing going on, and you know something's going on, but you just don't quite know what's going on. She wants to be picked up. Hi. And so there's a couple of things that I just could not give it higher, and it is toxic. Hi, Roz. I have to do this all the time. So, yeah, so it's a toxic, problematic relationship, but if they would just learn to communicate, it wouldn't have been so bad. But because of that underlying thing, it really is toxic. So, because I'm a sucker for punishment, I will continue on because I want to know what happens. It kind of left on a... So, the second book I finished was Curiosity Thrilled a Cat by Sophie Kelly. And there's a little bit of magical realism in the sense that the cats can vanish and walk through walls and understand what humans are saying. That's it. The cats played a little bit in it, but not as much as you think. So this is about a librarian who comes new to this town. She's from Boston. And she's overriding the renovations to this old Carnegie library in Mayville, Minnesota. That's what it is. And so the city's also having a music festival, and the person who was conducting it had to bow out. And they got this other famous conductor in. And he came to the library because he couldn't get any internet access on his phone. And since the renovations were underway and it was delayed, the pamphlet that was in his room said it was already set up, and the library hadn't been set up yet because the pamphlets had been given out too soon. So he got mad at them, and so he left. And she was going to send him some dinner to apologize for it. And the next morning she went to find the local handyman at the theater, hopefully that he could set up this internet, at least one station, so that people could use it. Only to find the conductor dead at the piano. And things kind of go from there where the reason, well, the police found a note saying, meet me at the library after hours, and it was her name on it. So she's automatically the first person that they look at. And it's at the library, so that's where she works, and then they find blood. And yeah, it kept me guessing. I would think, oh, it's this person. No, maybe it's this person. Nope, maybe it's this person. And at the end, it's like, wow, wow. So I gave it a 4, and I will be continuing on. And then the other book I finished was Charlene Sands, Carrying the Rancher's Air, and it's book 1 in the Worth Brothers or Worth Ranchers, something like that. Let's see. Let me find it here. No, it doesn't say in here, but I know it's Worth because that's her last name, and there's 3 brothers. So this one is, he was previously married, and his wife had died in a tragic accident. And they had grown up together. Can't even remember, Callie and Tag. Callie's always been in love with Tag. And their ranches are competitors. So lately, her father has been undermining deals that he is doing with other ranchers. And so she's in Reno, because it takes place in Arizona. She's in Reno to get away from her dad. And she's visiting cousins. He's in Reno, I think it was a business deal that fell through. And she sees him alone at the bar and decides, okay, let's go have some fun. And they do, and he regrets it. And lo and behold, she's pregnant. So her dad does something that Tag just, and it's disgusting what her father does. And so it forces them to get married, and it goes on from there. So of course, it's a romance. They're gonna, fall in love in that. About 3.5, 4. So I'm gonna continue on, obviously. So this week, I'm off testing, but I'm actually getting caught up on the rest of the business stuff. So I will be picking up these other books. Sorry, I was out of breath. If the book Father Mine by J.R. Ward, or novella, like 90-page short story, comes in from the library this week, then Alana and I might be buddy reading it if she can find a copy. It's only ebook, so yeah. Then I will be picking up one of the rest of my RRC Challenge books. I changed after for Assignment Baby because it was the A. But anyways, so it's going to be Change of Heart by Molly Jebber. It's an Amish romance. And then, of course, I'm going to be picking up Rita Mae Brown and Sneaky Pie Brown's Pay Dirt. I think this is book 4. Book 4. Or is it book 5? I can't be on 5 yet. 3, Pay Dirt, book 4. In the Mrs. Murphy mystery books. Then Dark Witch and Creamy by H.Y. Hanna, and it's 75% Cocoa Magic, and it's the first book in the Bewitched by Chocolate mystery series. I think it's a cozy mystery. We shall see. And finally, this will be like a speed read for me, The Crown by Kara Cass. It's the final book in the whole entire series, and I'm pretty sure you all know what it's about. So that is my quick my quick update for the week. And yeah, with Easter, Saturday we're going to my mother-in-law's, and Sunday we're having my mom and my sister-in-law over here, and she's still suffering from cancer, so she needs food. No, we're trying to, have her over as much as we can, because she spends 2 or 3 days at her mom's, just because she's got no energy. Like, the chemo's sucking the life out of her. And this is, I think, her third round of chemo. It's not really working, so we'll see. Mom's doing okay. She's stable. So that's all I can hope for. And I think that will be it for now. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter. If you celebrate. If not, have a great weekend. Have a great week, and I shall talk to you later. Bye.